What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got a review for you, but it's a little bit different than my normal reviews. I'm going to be reviewing the Dyson V15, and I'm going to give you some reasons on why you should seriously consider buying this for your wife. And for you ladies out there, I'm going to give you some reasons as to why you want to bother that special person in your life to get you this vacuum cleaner. Let's get into it. Roll that intro. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Big Show, and I love giving you guys a real-world perspective review, okay? I'm not one of the big YouTube guys. I like to actually give you an honest opinion, good, bad, or indifferent. Okay, so Dyson's V15 has been out for a year next month, and ever since the day Dyson announced this new vacuum cleaner, my wife has been in my ear wanting me to buy this for her. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Why do I want to spend $700 on a vacuum cleaner? So like a good husband, I decided to hear what my wife had to say about this to find out why she wanted it. Why can I justify us spending that kind of money on a very simple cordless vacuum cleaner? Here's the reason why. It has twice the suction power. Now for you men out there, that means absolutely nothing, and I completely agree with you and I understand. But to you ladies out there, that means you're going to be able to vacuum the room more efficiently, more effectively. And with the longer battery life of this, you're going to be able to get more of your house done in a more efficient time frame. Men, that equates to our wives, girlfriends, and significant others are going to be really happy. So we went ahead, we pulled the trigger, we bought the vacuum cleaner, and now I'm going to get into the top 5 reasons as to why this really was the best move we made. I got my wife the Dyson V8 years ago on a Black Friday special. And I think we paid like $400 back then, which to me is a tremendous amount of money. I mean, $400 for a vacuum cleaner, it's not like it's a motorcycle part or a car part, so whatever, it made her happy. But here is the number one reason why my wife wanted to upgrade from the V8 to the V15. It has 2 times the suction power. Now listen. I was at work and my wife called me and told me, I feel like I'm sucking the dirt out of the basement carpet through the upstairs. This thing has 2 times the amount of suction, and what I mean by that is the V8 has 115 air watts. Fuck is an air watt? Anyways, the V15 has 230, so it literally is double the suction power. And I'll get into how they actually did that as I start showing you the differences between the two. But that suction was so powerful that on the front of the Dyson, it's got 2 little gates on it. If my wife closes those, it will suck itself to the carpet and stay there. The battery goes for about 20 minutes longer, which means you can cover a bigger space. So you're gonna get more of your house vacuumed on each charge. The second thing that she likes more than anything is the fact that these rollers have what's called an anti-tangle or anti-comb. I don't know if you can read that. Basically what it is if you look down in there, you see those teeth? Hair doesn't get wrapped around this anymore. That actually combs the hair off the roller. And they have another attachment. They have the smaller one that we use for the stairs. It's the same thing. It's a screw type attachment that pulls all the hair down the side of it so that they don't have hair wrap around it. Now the joke is my wife has really long hair and I usually end up at work with a weird itch, and I'll end up pulling off of my shirt or out of my own hair big long pieces of red hair. So this thing really works because as you can see, there's no hair in it and it's dirty. It's not like I cleaned this before filming this video. So the anti-comb or anti-tangle for your hair works really, really good. And the other thing that my wife really liked about this thing, I shouldn't say the other thing, is one of the multiple things she likes, is it has a really fancy LCD screen right here. Let me turn it on for you. It tells you what mode you're in. It'll even show you how much time you have left on your battery's charge. It also has this little graph right here, which is its particulate graph. It tells you basically how much and of what size dirt particulates it picks up. Now, one of the really cool things that my wife stumbled on about this is while this mode is active, you can turn it off if you want to. But while it's active, if you're vacuuming a spot that has more dirt than others, it will automatically turn the power up to clean that spot more thoroughly and then go back to normal while you vacuum the rest of the carpet. This LCD screen back here will also alert you when this filter is clogged and needs to be cleaned. When the exhaust filter is full, the suction power is less. So a little warning pops on to tell you, hey, you got a problem. So it has a little video that pops up back here that tells you the proper way of removing, cleaning, and reinstalling this filter. The fifth thing that really attracted my wife to this Dyson was the fact that the battery is removable. Now, I know a lot of you guys are saying big deal. Who cares? Truth is, the Dyson V8 battery was not removable. And this particular battery takes 5 hours to charge from dead to fully charged. So having a second one is going to allow you to finish. Having a second battery is going to allow you to continue vacuuming so that you're not sitting around waiting for this thing to charge. Now we're going to get into the dislikes. The first one is the container itself. When you go to dump this, I don't know how well you can see that. You see the hair that gets stuck up there? That hair doesn't come out when you actually empty this container. As you can see in the video, it's still stuck in there. I have to reach all the way up inside of it and pull it out, which is it's kind of gross. I mean, I know it's just dust and dirt, and I have 5 kids, so God only knows what's in this. And I don't want to put my hand in it, okay? But that also tells you that that anti-tangling comb on the brush heads are actually working. You cannot dump this container with the attachment on it. So when you're vacuuming and it gets full, you can't just walk over and empty it real quick. You have to take the thing apart. It's not really that big of a deal, but it is a minor inconvenience, especially when some of these are kind of a pain in the butt to get off. Okay, so the third one is how loud the vacuum actually is. Now, this is a pretty small unit. I mean, look at the size of my hand. All right, you see the size of my hand, you see the size of the vacuum cleaner. It's not that big, but it's loud. It's not as loud as most of the vacuums from the 70s and 80s. But for $700 and as small as this thing is, you think it would be a lot more quiet than that. One of the other dislikes that my wife and I both agree on is the fact that this is a $700 vacuum cleaner. You can't stand this up. This is our Shark Duo. And the way this thing folds up, it'll stand up by itself no matter where you leave it. Makes it pretty convenient. Maybe I got spoiled on that, I don't know. But for the amount of money that you pay for this thing, why can't it stand up? I mean, Shark, I don't have a lot of bad things to say about them, but this is not a $700 vacuum cleaner, and I can walk away from it. All right, guys, so I stated that one of the dislikes is the fact that you have to remove the attachment on the D15 to be able to dump it. You can tell by the styling of the two, this being the V8 and this being the V15, that the reason why it gets more suction power is because this is a straight through design and this is not. But this is what I was talking about. Put that one right there for now. I have to take the attachment off as I go up to a garbage can, or you can't dump it, and here's why. It opens from the bottom. This is where the attachment goes. For the Dyson V8, I like this style. I understand that straight through design gives you more power. That's where they get the suction. But if I'm vacuuming and I need to dump it, all I have to do is come over here and dump it. And if you look, I don't get a lot of hair wrapped around that. That could be because this is half the power of the other one, and that has anti-tangling combs in the brush heads, but this one hasn't let me down either. I know a lot of you ladies are interested in this Dyson because of the green laser. I'm here to tell you that there is no gimmick with this. It actually really works under certain conditions. Like right now here in the dining room, if you look, you have maybe 6 inches of room where you can only see right here. If you make it dark in here, you can see a lot further. I mean, go figure, the day that I decide to do the video, my wife gets the floor clean. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw a little bit of OxyClean on the ground, you know, I mean, just a little bit, because that stuff's expensive. And I wanna show you how well it actually detects particles on the floor. Floor to the naked eye does not look very dirty. Now hit it with this green LED light. You can see it all. So, to answer the question, is the green laser light really a gimmick? No, it really works. How often are you really going to vacuum like this? You'll be surprised. I catch my wife in here quite often turning the lights down as low as she can and checking the floor so she can, you know, spot vacuum specific areas, especially under the table where the kids eat. Okay, so let me end this video by saying this. Guys, the number one reason that you're going to want to consider buying this for your wife is simply it's going to make her life easier. So in the end, she's going to make your life easier. You know the saying, happy wife, happy life. And ladies, if you guys are considering this, let me just put it to you this way. It's convenient, it's more powerful, it's more economical. It works better than most of the vacuums that I have ever used. Now, let me put it to you this way. If you have the Dyson V11 or the Dyson V10, it's not really worth the upgrade. But like my wife and I, if you have the V8 and older, it's definitely worth the money. The benefits far outweigh how much you're going to spend on it. That's effectively going to end the video. So hit the like button if you liked the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.